Or
I don't
going
know
to a
where we're
different
going.
part? Okay.
We're going different parts, so I don't know
Gotcha.
exactly where. My husband knows all that stuff.
Oh, that's very exciting. I haven't been yet, but I can't wait. I'm hoping
Yeah.
to see George and Eleni within the next year.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry, gotta grab the sink real quick. Yeah, I met George and Eleni several years ago. Gosh, it's been like 5 years ago. They were traveling through where I live, and some friends were hosting the cooking class, and they were doing several. And they were like, "You gotta come, you gotta come," and I was like, "Okay." So I did, and it was such a wonderful evening. It was probably like 3 or 4 hours of us all being together. There was a room of about
Wow.
15 of us, and we made this wonderful dinner. They showed us how to make Eleni's sourdough, and she carves this beautiful artwork, like wheat leaves and
Mhm.
things into her sourdough, and just
Oh,
oh, it's a
nice.
great evening. Yes, hello. Yeah, so we've stayed in touch, and we did a series of these cooking classes during COVID. And when I say we, I just set things up online, and then it's their cooking, so it's all their recipes, all
Oh,
their
good. Yeah.
lifestyle and everything.
Okay, good. This sounds great. This is going to be fun.
Yes, thank you. And while we're cooking, I'll have everyone mute so that we can hear them and there's no background noise. But if you have a question, just feel free to unmute and ask, and they're always happy to answer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Ποια ρώτα, Ελένη, μας ακούνε? Να σας ακούνε εδώ.
Βλέπουνε. Βλέπουνε. Ναι. Κάνε ό,τι τους βλέπεις. Τους βλέπουν όλοι. Αλήθεια.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, George.
Hi, how is going?
It's going well. How are you all doing?
I'm fine. Nice
Hi.
seeing you again.
Yes, you too.
Like an icon like that.
We are fixing our systems in order to have the big screen in front of us to see all of you well. I am guessing you have washed and prepared your ingredients. I'm talking about the veggies. So here are the onion family, as we call it. The red onions are like this. So you need to prepare them. All the leeks are without the roots. They are ready, washed. And the scallion like this. And lovely deal. Everything is ready to chop. If you have not prepared them, please start doing it.
Did you just say start talking? Can't see him.
Now your pie is gonna be at the end. We have prepared it. But we are going to prepare another one in a while.
I know, and it's too low.
Iliana κάτι λένε για too low και δεν βλέπουμε λέει. So this is the baking tray that we are going to use.
And
What about my phone?
What just happened? Nancy's. No,
Maybe I can pull it
No,
up here for volume.
I'm just telling you, no, it's on there.
Okay. If you guys
Hang on.
can you guys hear us okay?
No.
Yes.
No, we're not.
No.
Okay. It's gonna take a couple, we'll spend the next few minutes getting set up, so it's no worries. If you want, you can mute for now so that as George is giving instructions, we can hear him. And if you have any questions, if there's something we can help with, just let us know.
On our end, just trying to get it.
Έχουμε καλή μετάδοση, το ίντερνετ είναι καλό.
Σίγουρα λίγο που σύνδεση κινητά μου. Για ξεκινά να μιλάτε, να δούμε πώς ακούγεται, μιλά λίγο πιο δυνατά.
Okay, how many are connected right now?
We have 2, 3, 4. I believe, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Andrea messaged me, and she is not going to be available today. Her husband is not feeling well. Actually, they end up needing to go to the doctor. So I told her that we were sending prayers, and we will send her the recording.
Okay. We need to know to open though the videos for all the people, although they are muted, because we want to see them what they are doing.
Yes, let's see. Oh, and also Nancy was not able to get all her ingredients, so they're just going to watch, and then they're going to try again with the recording.
So is the sound from our end coming there clear and good?
Christopher says yes. And Michelle, are you? There you are.
I'm muted, but I can hear. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you again.
Yes,
Nice
you
to
too.
see you again.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I was excited for this. This is really good. Oh, my dog says hi too.
After Rockford, we had great time in Rockford last October.
Yes, that was really nice. So I was excited to see that you guys were doing this. So, and I'm going to get a copy of the video too. I can never quite get the dough right, so I will be happy that this is being recorded.
Well, actually, what we are going to do is that we are going to start with the dough. We are going to prepare the dough first. And at the end, while the pie is getting baked, somebody needs to be seated because there is sound. Yes, and at the end,
Anything with it, it's off this, but it's on there.
we are going to give a workshop on homemade phyllo. So we ask from you, first of all, thank you very much for joining this virtual workshop. It was that some of you wanted to cook the pie you saw us cooking on Netflix, on the documentary Living to 100. So we said, why not? We can do it online, so you can enjoy it from home, from the comfort of your own kitchen. We asked from you to buy a wooden rod, which is this thing that I'm holding. You can prepare it. It doesn't need a lot to prepare, just to bring it to this size. You know the size. We gave you all these instructions. And then if you put into your hand half teaspoon of coconut oil, you can just do this and pass the coconut oil everywhere. Just keep doing this and keep it warm by doing this too. So coconut oil is going to be absorbed into your wooden rod. This is going to seal all the pores, and while you are using it, it is not going to have problems with several, flowers and dough coming into it. So this is what you need to do after you do it sometimes. Then you can get a napkin and you can just clean it from excess oil, and that's it. But half teaspoon is really exactly what a wooden rod like this needs. So at the end, it's gonna be very smooth, like this one now. It's gonna be very smooth, So this is how you prepare it, and by this way, it's gonna keep for a long time. The same thing, but with a brush, we do when we renew our wooden utensils. But this is another procedure we might do during another workshop. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to prepare the homemade phyllo. So Eleni is going to show you what to do. You have the recipe, and you know that you have two things: the liquids and the flour. Okay, these are the two things you have. So the liquids, when you know how much they are, you need a scale actually to find what we call formula 200, because we weigh in grams, because grams are more precise. We gave you ounces, but they don't work so well. Grams work well. Any scale has both options, ounces and grams, so you can just switch to grams. And what is in here right now into this bowl is 150 grams of lukewarm water, 40 grams of olive oil, 10 grams of white vinegar. You see what kind of vinegar we recommend, and just a little bit of salt. This is what it is, this one. That's it, very simple. And here is the flour. So Eleni is going to present you how you make the dough out of these two different things, the liquids and the flour. So please prepare the liquids to be ready, and in a few seconds, Eleni is going to show you how to do it.
Τι μας βλέπουν.
Όλοι. Πάμε.
Πάρτε από εδώ αυτό. Okay. Maybe you know about the dough, and we make together in other time, eh? Michelle? And
Yes, hi, Eleni.
it's the same recipe. I don't change my recipe. And we put slowly the flour inside in the liquid.
So with your fingers, you are stirring and mixing.
Yeah. And we mix until absorb the most of the liquid. And I put, you know the recipe, yeah? Because the flour is different here.
We recommended to use the all-purpose flour because it's easier to do the dough with it. It corresponds much better than other flours who are more advanced, like whole wheat flour is more advanced. You need to be more careful of what you do. So when you feel comfortable with the whole wheat, with the all-purpose, then you can try other things. But now we work with the all-purpose,
Yeah. And absorb all, and after we work here, exactly here. Here with the dough to fold, δεν είναι αυτό, fold.
Yes. Knead and fold, knead and fold.
With, δεν το έχω μάθει ακόμα, πώς λέγεται. And kneading at least 5 minutes. But if you make in your machine, if you have machine, 2 minutes is enough. Absorb. We kneading. We need a dough, soft, elastic. No sticky, no hard. The flour you use in America is different than in Greece. Okay, everywhere is different, the flour. And maybe you need a little bit more water or a little bit more flour.
Usually when we are in the US, this formula works very well. So with the all-purpose, there are no surprises. All the time, the result is excellent. So well, in the beginning, when you start doing it, it's a little sticky, but later you see that nothing is going to stay on your hands. Everything is going to go on this ball of dough.
And after finish, you will see now when it's ready.
Those who have seen the documentary will realize that we are just in the same kitchen like we did with Dan Buechner while doing the documentary, same exact place we were here.
Ποιος φτιάχνει εδώ
Όλοι.
αυτούς. Yeah? Σε ποιο στάδιο είναι τώρα.
So, any feedback from you? Do you succeed with your dough? Is it going well?
And we see if it's ready. We make a ball like this. And we stretch on the bottom like this. And after, δεν ξέρω πώς το λένε αυτό.
You just stretch.
And we make the test. If it's ready, we press. And if it go up, it's ready. Maybe need 1 minute more.
So it becomes so elastic that when you push it with your finger, it comes back. So it's like, you know, it's like a real elastic ball. If it doesn't do that, keep kneading and the result will come.
Yeah. If you have machine for dough, it's easier. But when we kneading, is
A mixer.
is like a therapy.
Yes. It's the same thing that the bakers do with the mixer, but the old times when people were making bread, they did not have mixers. They were doing everything with hand.
I think now is ready. We make a very nice, like this. Oh, is ready. Push and go up.
Excellent.
And we take a very nice
So now you can wrap it. This is a cloth that is with wax, so it's it's something waterproof. You can do it also with a cling film. Cling film, easy. I think everybody has some cling film. And now it's wrapped and it's gonna stay like this for at least half an hour. Half an hour, more is better, 1 hour is also better. We are going to come back to this after we put our pie into the oven, start baking. So after start baking, we will do the workshop on the homemade phyllo. So this is going now on the counter, someplace which is, close to the kitchen, in the kitchen actually. It's gonna rest and get ready.
So chop the vegetable.
So we just want a feedback from you, all of you, to see where you are. Are you ready to start chopping? So we want a yes from everybody before we start.
I'm ready. How about you, Michelle?
I'm ready. Okay.
Natalie's ready?
Okay. Is anybody who is not ready?
Okay, we start.
Wait a minute. So we want from all of you that you are ready. So chopping will start from the onions.
2 onions.
We want cubes. So this is a way to have cubes. So you just cut it in a way vertical and horizontal. And at the end, you have small cubes like this.
Your recipe.
So small cubes. Okay.
Okay, no
It's
problem.
like cubes, not slices. Okay, you need cubes. Again,
The recipe we have, maybe say carrot, or say also the Pinocchio. Όχι, γιατί δεν έχω ούτε καρότο, ούτε φινόκιο και θα το πω. Maybe your recipe have carrots or finocchio, the fennel roots. But no problem. I don't have now, but no problem. If you have, you put, but no. Who have αυτό το roots? Ποιος το έχει? Το έχει κανένας, για να μην το βάλει όλο.
We could not find these two ingredients. Our gardens are not having carrots, and the market was currently without carrots, and we did not find also the fennel root. But if you have it, we will tell you what we are going to do. First of all, 1 carrot, you cut it into small cubes like this one. And the fennel root, but you are not, we don't know the size, but what size you purchased. If the size is a normal big size, please use half of it. Yes, not all of it.
No, half.
Only.
Μετά θα γίνει πολύ. Αυτό είναι 600 γραμμάρια.
Yes. Yes. You can use 1/4 of it for this case.
And 1 small carrot.
And 1 carrot, not very big carrot, medium size.
But no problem. Απλά γίνεται πολύ μεγέννηση. Ωραία.
So these are the 2 medium-sized onions. Now we are going to the leeks.
Leeks.
2 leeks, normal size always. Again, small cubes.
And use, να τη δούνε τι γίνει πίτα κουτιά. Δεν ήταν πολύ.
Small cubes for the leeks. As you see, because we are going to start the cooking of the filling with the onion family, which means the onion, the leeks, the scallion, they go directly into the saucepan. This is the saucepan we were talking. I gave you detailed instructions about what to do. This is one of the three cases. This is a stainless steel one. That's the size. It's not a shallow one, it's a little deeper. For this case, this is what we want. So I'm hoping that you can at least.
Excuse
one.
me,
No, you're.
how much oil?
No oil.
No oil now.
We don't talk about oil.
Okay,
Ask the
okay, thank
veggies.
you.
Welcome in the saucepan. We are not going to cook them with oil. Okay, we will start without oil. You will see how we do it.
Πες άλλα πράγματα. Okay, and
Excellence.
and the fresh onion. Actually, I cut in the middle because we wash and you wash, but sometimes have inside soil. For this, you cut in the middle.
Yes, you just divide them in the middle and you check whether they are clean inside or, sometimes there is leaves and soil and sometimes an insect might be. So it's a good way to check what happens.
And I tell you something, a trick. When you wash the vegetable, everything, you put vinegar and salt. Like this, wash better and go out the insect and the soil and everything. And the water.
Okay, Eleni, you said that when we wash our vegetables, put a little bit of vinegar and salt in the water, and that would kill the bugs and help wash off the dirt.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Oh,
wash.
wonderful.
Yes. It's a way to get them more clean from usual things that happen in the gardens.
Okay. Yeah.
So now we focus only on these three: onion, leeks, and scallion. These are the three that we chop and we put them directly into the saucepan. We don't add anything else into the saucepan right now. And now it's the time of the herbs.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
The dill. I have also fennel from the garden and parsley.
Yes. It doesn't matter if something is missing. It's not a big deal. It's the idea that we use a lot of herbs. So in this lifestyle, in this cooking, we have herbs not as something that is only for the flavor, but it's mainly for the nutrients. Herbs contain a lot of nutrients, so we have a lot of them in our recipes, not only for the flavor. So this is the idea.
Okay, and we put in a different bowl. This is the saucepan. This is the herbs. And if you have a carrot, you put now in the saucepan, and the fennel bowl.
The fennel root
Root.
is going to be chopped and added the same way we did with the onions, and it's gonna be right away into the saucepan. So if you have fennel root, please divide it, take 1/4, cut it into cubes and put it into the saucepan together with the onions. If you have a carrot, please do the same. Cubes and add it together with the onions. They will start all of them together. When spinach and the herbs are for later. It's
Okay.
not together into the saucepan.
Έχω μια ερώτηση. Ο Christopher λέει με το parsley βάζεις και τα steams του.
Ναι. Τα πιο
Απάντησέ
μαλακά.
του ότι με το
The
parsley...
most
Όχι πες το parsley.
the parsley. Yes, the parsley and the fennel and the dill we cut in small pieces the stems, but the soft stems, not the very.
Yes.
And now is the spinach, and very easy. We cut big pieces like this. The spinach is from the garden and is with a little bit of the stem and the leaves. We cut a big piece. We don't need very soft the spinach like this.
So 1 bowl for spinach, 1 bowl for the herbs, and and the saucepan is with the other ingredient.
My pan is like this, and I don't know how is your pan. Is there the same? Is bigger because 900 grams of the spinach is. Αυτό είναι 7. Μην τους βγει απ' έξω η γεύση.
This is what we said when we gave you the directions about the instructions about the pan. You see that it's this high. Okay, we said it's a little more than 1 inch, which is this case here. So this is a good size. If it's a little bit higher, not a problem again, but it's okay. This is the right size.
George and Eleni,
Yeah.
can you clarify what ingredients are in the saucepan and what ingredients are in the herb bowl?
Yes. So here we have 3 bowls. 1 bowl is only spinach. You see it, okay? Chopped the way we said before. 1 bowl is only herbs. Okay, whatever herbs we have, doesn't matter. And the saucepan has onions, leeks, scallion, those who have carrot, and fennel root. This is in the saucepan, okay?
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I believe the herbs that were mentioned in the recipe was the dill and parsley.
Yes, dill, parsley. We said that if you find fennel, because sometimes they have the fennel root with some leaves, you can use the leaves together with the other herbs.
Oh, so I will hold mine up. I was able to find, so I can put the top of this fennel, like the leaves that look like dill.
Yes, whatever is soft from this, you can add it in.
Okay, and then the bulb gets chopped up and goes in the saucepan, correct?
Just chop into small cubes 1/4 of the bowl.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Okay, we'll go now with the saucepan.
So we will wait for all of you to finish chopping, and once you are ready with your the saucepan, yes. I mean, you need to finish all the chopping actually before we go to cooking.
Θέλω το wood spoon.
And of course,
Πώς λένε, με βλέπετε, you watch me.
όχι, δεν είναι έτοιμο να ξεκινήσω. So we want a feedback, please. If you are, everybody, if you are ready.
But do we have garlic involved or no? I can't remember.
No garlic.
No.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Κάποιος λέει, I missed what liquids go into the dough when you have time in someone's help. Στην αρχή αυτά τα liquids που μπαίνανε για να κάνεις το dough. Ποια είναι, να τα πεις.
Το ξέρω τι συνέχεια.
Ναι,
It's a 150
πήγαινε από εκεί να φέρεις.
For the dough is 150 grams water, 40 grams olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, always. 10 grams vinegar, a pinch of salt, and 300 grams in America, and maybe 10 grams more. I don't know. For my flour in Greece is 340 grams. Yeah.
Και άλλη ερώτηση. Do
Ναι.
you use the stalk of the fennel leaves in her bowl, bulb in the saucepan? Do you use the stalk of the fennel?
Τι είναι αυτό?
There is a question about the stock of the fennel. The fennel is two things. We said that before. It's the ball and the leaves. So whatever is, I mean, okay, let's chop everything and leave only the ball. From this, everything that we chop, check whatever is soft. Whatever is soft, you can add it into the herbs. Whatever is not soft, you cannot use it as a herb because it needs to be cooked in a different way. Okay, it needs to be cooked like the onion. That's the idea. Because the herbs, why do we have them separate? Because we are not going to cook everything the same way. More vulnerable ingredients will be cooked much less or very little at the end. So we start with those who are hard and they need more cooking, but we are not going to add those who are soft in the beginning because at the end, no nutrients are going to be left. So that's the idea. So the blue zone way to cook food is according to how much heat they can afford. Those who cannot afford a lot of heat, they go at the end. Those who can afford heat, they start, like we did with onion and the carrot and the fennel root, etc. Okay, so this is the idea.
Ναι, λέει, okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Ωραία. Πάμε εδώ. Γιατί αργούμε.
Okay. Do we have okay from all of you to start heating, to start cooking?
Yes, λένε yes.
Excellent. Let's start the cooking. Turn heat on.
And be
Turn
careful.
heat on.
I don't use now olive oil. Only we put salt, a little bit salt, with the wood spoon.
Περίμενε ένα λεπτάκι. Η Μισελ λέει λίγο χρόνο.
Λέει,
No, yes.
no, yes.
So we start heating and we do not add anything except of a little bit of salt. No water, no oil, no nothing. Okay.
Okay. Only the onions, leeks, fresh onions, and the carrot if you have, and a little bit of and fennel. Now I put a little bit salt in the fire, and we try to calm the water and evaporate. This we need. Why? Why I don't put olive oil? It's not necessary now the olive oil. And if I put from now the olive oil, after the filling became heavy. This is very, very healthy way to make a healthy filling. Look, no sticky. You don't worry about sticky. Because we stir with the wood spoon and we help coming the liquid and evaporate.
So why this way to cook is way better than any other way? Because we are using as a heat transmitter, we transmit the heat from the cooker into the food with the juices of the veggies. The juices of the veggies transmit low heat because they evaporate. This is how we keep the temperature low. It doesn't matter how you arrange your heating device. It's how you transmit the heat into the food. So if you use, for example, oils, this is going to rise the temperature a lot, 3 times more than what we have now. And then the nutrients are going to be killed. So the concept is cook tasty food without killing the nutrients. We need good nutrients in our diet. We need to keep them safe, not to kill them with an improper way of cooking. By this way, we are not saying that oils cannot be one ingredient. Yes, we stir all the time. Oil can be an ingredient, but whenever it is not taking over to start heating the food. So this happens sometime when things are proper for olive oil to be added. We use only olive oil in the cooking. This is the only kind of oil which can stay for a long time at a good condition. And of course, the one that has what we consider as good fat. So you see that now the veggies gradually start to dry because they evaporate and they create space for some olive oil later. Yes, olive oil makes food very tasty, or oils make the texture excellent and they are important. Only we need to know when.
Yeah. You know, it's very, very, very light our pies. This is spinach pie, but we make many pies. Green pies, cheese pies, what else? Eggplant pies, mushrooms pies. The pies are very, very common in Ikarian and in general in Greece, of course.
Do not forget to stir all the time.
Yeah, you don't worry, not sticky, but medium. You have medium.
Don't leave a lot of time the ingredients to sit on the bottom because they will get brown. So what you want them to have this amazing, amazing fresh color, beautiful green, beautiful white, beautiful orange in case you have the carrot in. You don't want to see brown color.
Πώς είναι πες στα δικά τους? έχουν υγρασιαστεί, βγαίνει το... It's like this, your onions. Look. The bottom, when it's very, very dry, we will put the olive oil.
So olive oil at this point is going to be absorbed by the drier veggies. So now we create space, we evaporate water, and we create space for oil to get into where previously was juices.
I think mine is dry.
When the bottom shows no liquids, when you stir and you see the bottom without liquids, that is a sign add oil.
Τώρα είναι ωραία φωτογραφία. Olive oil, πόσο τους έχεις πει? Μισή κουπά.
So you are gonna add half cup of olive oil now. After you see that the veggies are dry because they don't have juices on the bottom of the saucepan, you are adding half cup of olive oil.
Salt.
And you will add
No,
some
a
salt.
lot of salt because we use feta also.
Yes, just a little bit of salt, not a lot, a pinch or a little more than a pinch.
Oregano.
Depend. Dry oregano. So salt, dry herbs now, dry mint, dry for dry mint. Now things now go fast. Dry mint. Excellent.
Τα αρωματικά. Now the fresh herbs. Αυτά.
Now get ready for the fresh herbs. Fresh herbs are in. We are by the end. We are going close to the end.
Κάποιος ρωτάει, ποια ήταν τα dry herbs, γιατί δεν άφηγα.
Ρίγανη και διόρθη. Oregano and mint was the dry herbs.
Dry oregano, dry mint,
And the spinach.
then the fresh herbs, and then at the end, the spinach. That's it.
Ανακατεύουν και ρίχνες.
So stir and add, stir and add.
In the while became cooked down the spinach. It's a lot now, but after
It looks a lot, but at the end, it's gonna be all together.
George and Eleni, someone mentioned the dry herbs. I don't believe they were in the recipe, but you said if we have dry mint and dry oregano, sprinkle a little of that in. Is that correct?
Yes, it was something optional. I think you like to see optional things.
Ρωτάνε πόσο από το κάθε dry herbs. Πείτε
πόσο.
It was something like half teaspoon.
But no problem, as much as you like. If you like more, you
Yes.
put more.
It's something that has to do with the wet to taste.
I think when, yeah. Κοφτό.
Ναι, αυτό.
Όχι σούπας.
Το δικό.
Ναι.
So half teaspoon of dry oregano, half teaspoon of dry mint if you have.
Και φουλ να είναι το mint, να είναι και λίγο παραπάνω, δεν παίζει ρόλο τώρα.
It is okay.
So I'm going to mention I have dry peppermint from where I make tea with dry peppermint. So I'm going to use that to sprinkle just a little in.
Yes,
Ξαναρωτάμε oregano and
mint, 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 mint.
γράψτε M-I-N-T.
You see the spinach? Go cook down a little bit more and we finish. Έβαλα πιπέρι.
And at the end, some pepper.
As much as you like.
Yes, these are all covered by the word to taste. How much pepper? Whatever you think is good for you. Okay, you decide what kind of taste you want to give to your pie. Well, generally, when you cook, I mean, in your kitchens, you do have, I can't believe you don't have some herbs you love. You love some dry herbs. So whenever you cook, you can add those you love. You love mint, add mint. You love oregano, add oregano. You add thyme, whatever works
I think
best for you.
we finish. That's it. That's it, the filling.
So this is the results, and you see this bright, beautiful color everywhere, green color, and nothing brown, as you see. This is a sign that has to do with the nutrients. When you see this beautiful color, the nutrients stayed very safe. That's it.
Τώρα,
So
θα κάνουμε ένα κόλπο. Now, because we need the filling and we don't like to be very hot, we put in another pan. Να πέσει η θερμοκρασία.
yes, so we want to cool down the filling because
Και μετά
you
θα βάλουμε στο
cannot
σακί.
use it into the pie hot. It's going
Το
to
φύλλο.
destroy the phyllo. So we need to cool it down. And at the same time, we want it to dry a little bit because the excess liquids needs to be removed. So
Και θα το βάλουμε εδώ.
we are going to put it later in a colander that we have ready. Yes, in a colander to drain some of the liquids. So why do we use another metallic tray? Because this is going to absorb some of the heat and it's going to cool down faster rather than leaving it into the saucepan, which is already very heated, and we don't want this in.
Okay. That's it. We put here. Βάλτε εδώ και περίμενε όμως τώρα να το βγάλω λίγο έξω. Τι κάνεις? Δεν πιστεύω αυτό. Δεν πειράζει. Δεν είναι τίποτα. Ας το κάνω. Αυτό που κάνεις με το τι φτάνει. Ό,τι εκεί. You make like this.
So now you see the steam, it's cooling down. So we'll give you time. Please give feedback that you have finished your filling.
Διάννα. Δεν μπορώ να γελάσω.
Όχι τίποτα αυτό.
Okay,
Ναι, yes, we are complete.
So are you all completed? So now it's here, it's cooling down, and now I'm going to place it into the colander. I'm trying to put it around to give more, to make more space, to cool down.
I tell you something now. We put in the strainer, I say this. And coming a little bit liquid from the strainer here. We don't throw this juice. We put in cubes and we put in the deep freeze. And after you use in your soups.
Yes, it's a way to. So you have, I guess you have all these small cubes where you freeze water. So it's the same with the juices that we are gonna get from this filling. Very nice. We are ready.
Well, first, remember
So we give it some time to cool down. Θα τους δείξεις εσύ το φύλλο. Θα τους δείξεις τώρα το φύλλο.
Το φύλλο θα κάνουμε βήτα. Θα ξεκινήσω να τη στρώνω.
Τι στρώνω, εσύ είπες ότι θα δείξεις δύο φύλλα.
Δύο φύλλα θα τα ανοίξω.
Τώρα. Θα το δούμε. Για να προλάβει να κρυώσει.
Πρέπει να μου κάνεις χώρο εδώ πέρα, να βρω τα φύλλα τα άλλα που έχω ανοίξει. Έχει πάρει το τζάκι μπροστά.
Πρέπει να κάνουμε χώρο εδώ πέρα.
Όχι, εδώ. Εδώ θα βάλω το φύλλο. Εδώ θα τη στρώσω. Τα φύλλα θα πάμε με την Ελιάνα και θα τα φέρουμε εδώ.
Ερώτηση.
Ναι.
What is the oven supposed to be heated to?
Έτσι πάνω κόβω. Τι είναι αυτό?
Για ποιο λόγο προθερμαίνουμε το φούρνο?
Δεν το προθερμάνουμε εδώ. Α, τώρα τους το
We have not started the oven yet. We will wait until we have the pie formed into the pie, and then we will start this. So we do it about 5 minutes prior to finishing the pie. Okay, now we are going to wait for the filling to cool down. And in the meantime, while we wait for this to cool down, we are going to present you. It will be a first presentation of the homemade phyllo. We have prepared all of the homemade phyllos that we will need for our case, because we did not buy frozen phyllo. We made the phyllo ourselves. And we need 2 more phyllos to prepare. So while we are doing this, this is gonna cool down and it's gonna be ready. Okay, now we have the first phyllos who are now in between parchment paper. That is important not to protect them from not drying. We gave you also very detailed instructions about how to deal with your frozen phyllo. Okay, we hope they were very clear, and now we have a success. Now you should check your frozen phyllo that it is in an excellent condition. Please do not uncover yet. Okay, keep it covered because we want it to be wet. We don't want it to be dry because dry breaks immediately. You lift it up and then falls apart. So keep it safe into each protective sealing, whatever it is. But it needs to be ready. You need to check that it is ready to be used. Okay, room temperature. That's it. What we need. Okay. So now we have this homemade phyllo ready. And now you are gonna see two more phyllos. How we do them. How we are gonna do them.
I don't use this because it's not ready yet. This.
Yes, we are not gonna use the one we made a while ago because it's not ready yet. Also, yours is not ready yet. And we do not want you to take any action now. Now you are going just see what we are doing. We will do together after we finish the pie and we put it into the oven. We will do it together the workshop for the homemade phyllo. So from time to time, you need to, to mix a little bit the filling because as you do it, it cools down faster, and this is good news.
Okay.
Because we want it at nearly room temperature. If it's a little bit more, it's okay, but we don't want it to be very hot. You touch it and it should be okay.
Okay, this we make is exactly for the pan. This. And how to, πώς θα το μοιράσουμε.
To divide it.
Yeah, is 2 pieces, 100 grams. And the other is 60 something. Να το βάζω, να το ζυγίσουμε και τελειώσει όλο. 6 από αυτά τα μικρά και 2 μεγάλα. Των 100.
Yes, this is, in case you do everything with homemade phyllo, you will need to start with a quantity of dough, okay? So this is a quantity not for, you need 2 phyllos who are gonna be bigger and 6 phyllos who are gonna be smaller, okay? We will give you now instructions of how to do with the frozen phyllo, but now you see how we are going to roll one of the small phyllos. Phyllos who have the size of the saucepan. Okay.
Το μέσα. Αλλά
So,
εντάξει, μην τους μπερδεύεις.
this is the size of the saucepan, and 6 of them have this size, and these are the instructions for your frozen phyllo, and 2 of them are bigger than this, because they will need to cover on top. You will see how.
You will see after. Now only you watch me again, and we make again after finish the pie. Τώρα ξέρεις, again.
So she started with the ball of dough, and she is rolling the wooden rod on it to make it the size she needs. Okay, so she's starting this way. Now she wants to give a size before she starts a technique.
I start like this, and I turn and roll. I don't go out. Again, turn, and like this I keep the around shape.
So she rolls in a way to stay within the up and down boundaries. She's not rolling over the boundaries The up down, I mean, okay, not the side.
Look,
She gave a
No.
first size, and now she's gonna use a different technique than the first one.
now is big enough. And we start the Greek technique. This is constant. Okay? This is organic constant.
So you dust with cornstarch because cornstarch is more neutral when you do this.
More slippery.
And it creates a very smooth surface.
You watch me, eh? I cover this, the roll. I go under the stick, roll, stretch. We need tight here. And we make back and forth with our fingers, back and forth, and from the center out. The phyllo, we open step by step. We don't open directly in one time, roll. Yeah. Look now. It's bigger. Step by step, we make more thin the phyllo. We turn again. Turn, cover the stick, under the stick, roll tight.
When you turn, this is a 90-degree turn. Okay, the sides go up and down.
And we press a little bit from the center out, little bit. The other step, little bit, and we open a big phyllo.
We are not waiting from you to succeed the first time you see it. We just want to show you the way you do it. And then those who are really interested into this way to prepare food, to this kind of cooking, you will try it. You will try it and you will succeed at the end.
Look, in front of us, back and forth, and from the center out. This is practice. If you like this, you must make one time in a week, and like this, you became better and better and better. Back and forth, and from the center out. Back and forth, and from the center out. And bigger. Ay, look at all. It's a small phyllo for me, this. I make bigger phyllo. Michelle, she knows Michelle. Back and forth, and from the center, out. Back and forth, and from the center, out.
This is always 90-degree turn.
Back and forth, and from the center, out. Back and forth, and from the center, out. The same. And the trick is from here, we roll fast. Bigger. I think it's okay because the pan is so small. I make one more. Back and forth, and from the center, out. You see now. Winner. Εδώ. You see how thin is it? Okay. This is thin, but I can to make more thinner for baklava. This is thin enough. I put here and I make in the other. And you stir your filling to pesto.
To cool down.
Michelle, beautiful Eleni, queen of phyllo.
Thank you, Michelle. But
Πόσο
this is,
γραμμάρια είναι αυτό?
this is my practice. Εκεί βγαίνει 62, 60. Τα μοίρασα στα 6 κομμάτια και να βγουν. Στα 6 μικρά. Και βγαίνει κάπου εκεί. 62, 61. Okay, again. We flat with our hand. And
Flatten with your hand.
and we press now. Now we press to go up and down and turn. Up and
You
down.
see, she stays within the up and down boundaries. She's not rolling over them.
Up and down and turn. Again, and after the technique. Up, down, and turn. Now we start the technique. This is nice. This is a good for the beginners, for the phyllo, because it's a small. Cover under the stick, roll, and back and forth, and from the center out. You stir also your filling. We need the filling to cool down. Again, under the stick, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Πηγαίνετε στο εστιατόριο και πηγαίνετε εκεί που κάνουν τα μαθήματα μαγειρικής, βάλτε στην πρίζα την κουζίνα δίπλα, έχει και ένα φωτάκι. Νομίζω το έχω αφήσει ανοιχτό για να βλέπετε. Και βάλτε μούτο στο πάνω, προχωράτε πάνω κάτω με αέρα στους 200, βάλτε το και το χαμηλώσω εγώ το βάθο. Ναι.
Όταν λες back and forth, εννοείς back and forth.
Forth.
Αυτό δεν εννοεί.
Ναι. Back and forth.
Back and forth.
No forth.
Ναι.
Okay. They correct me because I don't speak very well English. Again. Cover under the stick. Roll. Back and forth. Back and forth. And from the center, out. Back and forth. And from the center, out. Πήγαινε μαζί. Okay, again. Back and forth. Οι άλλοι δεν έχουν εικόνα. Μας βλέπουν. Again. If it's big, we put the stick here and we cover. We go to the halfway and after in front of us. Back and forth. Καμιά ερώτηση. Ή όχι. And from the center, out. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. and from the center out. Back and forth. Bigger. I think one more and is enough. And after we go to make the pie, I make 8 already. 8, 2 and 6, yeah, 8 phyllo. 4 on the bottom, the filling, and 4 of the top, on the top. I think it's ready. Oh, let me. It's see-through, huh? Okay, ready? Είναι τα parchment paper. Δεν είναι. Εδώ πέρα είναι, δεν μπορώ να σκέψω. Είναι εδώ το parchment paper. Ποιος το βάλε εδώ? Ποιος έχει το βάλε εδώ? Το κάνει ποντικέτα. Όχι, δεν είναι αυτό. Είναι ένα άλλο που δεν φίλο. Το βάλε έτσι. Okay. Parchment paper. And I put on the top the other. Okay. Don't worry about the phyllo, it have rings. Rings. Eh?
Wrinkles.
Rings. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. I think here.
Rings are nice because they hold air and it becomes more crisp.
Indeed. You see, from the strainer, do you have a liquid?
So are there any, I'm guessing that all of you have liquids inside your bowl where you drain the filling.
Thank you.
To be honest, ours has not a lot. It's about, 1 tablespoon or something or a little more.
Did you found feta?
So now we are going to prepare feta. We are going to crumble feta and have it ready. So what you do is this simple technique. You just crumble feta with your hands. If you bought crumbled feta, because we know that in the US you have also feta which is crumbled, you just add it in. But now this is
For this, we don't put a lot of salt because we use also feta, and feta is salty.
Yes. Spanakopita, the actual recipe has always feta, okay? It's not a vegan pie, the real one, the real recipe. If you don't add feta, then you are talking about a kind of green pie something, okay? You cannot call it Spanakopita. So just mix it a little bit with the other filling to become, be unified. This is what you want now. Probably some liquids from feta are gonna fall into bowl. It's even better.
Okay, ποιοι έχουν αγοραστό φύλλο?
Όλοι.
Όλοι. Οκ. Τα έχουν έτοιμα, τα έχουν ξεπαγώσει, πώς είναι?
Είμαι τώρα το κουβεντιάσουμε. Θέλουν δύο μεγάλα. Πρέπει να του εξηγήσουμε διαφορά ανάμεσα στα μεγέθη. Πόσο πρέπει να κόψουν το ένα και πόσο το άλλο.
Ποιο μεγέθη? Θα δούνε το παν. Εδώ. Θα το βάλουν απάνω. Και να προεξέχει λίγο. 2. Και τα άλλα να είναι.
Okay, now what you are going to do
Θα δούνε από αυτό που θα κάνουν.
with your frozen phyllo is that you have your baking tray, baking pan, whatever. And what you need to do is that you need to place your frozen phyllo on it, and the two of them need to be big enough, so if you place it on the top of the pan, they need to be a little bigger in size. So you need to cut it in a way that it is, the size of the bottom of the pan plus the height. So this is what it's gonna be. So it's gonna be this more around. Okay. Τόσο είναι ή και περισσότερο? Πόσο περισσότερο?
Τώρα το κάνω.
You are going to see in a while what the bigger size is.
Δηλαδή, έλα να βλέπουνε.
So brush, please. Now it's time to brush your pan with olive oil.
Πάρτε κι άλλη βέβαια.
So you brush your pan with olive oil.
Η κοπέλα δεν έχει.
This is how you begin.
Okay, we brush with olive oil. This is the pig.
Yes. You can use your stick to do the same.
We put here and look.
You see how bigger it is.
We put outside.
So it sits inside and still there is some of it going outside. Okay, it hangs around. There are some rings in the center, no problem with this.
Να το κάνουμε σαν φωλιά για να πάρει τη γέμιση, να μην βγει απ' έξω.
So you make it like a nest where we are going to put the filling in.
You see?
Okay, very clear. It covered the bottom, one side to go up, and then it goes outside, around, out.
We brush with olive oil.
Each time you put a phyllo in, you brush with olive oil. Okay, so one is in, brushed with olive oil. Now we go to the second one, the second big one. Okay, it needs to hang around also the other one. So you see that it should be like this. It is very elastic. It's in a good, this is the sign that your phyllo is in a very good condition. No breaks, no problems.
No problem if τι για το σπάσιμο λες. No problem if break. Δεν έχουν πρόβλημα να σπάσει.
Yeah.
No one see after. No problem if it's make a crack the phyllo.
You have an accident with one, it's not the end of the world.
Δεν είναι τίποτα, δεν είναι accident. No problem. Δεν φαίνεται μετά. We brush again and we go for the small now.
So these are the two bigger ones, okay, who hang outside. Then we have the other size who is smaller, which is smaller.
Okay. I put inside.
The smaller size goes inside, doesn't hang out.
And we make like this, no problem. We like the wrinkles.
Wrinkles. So
We
you
like
see
this.
lots of wrinkles.
Yeah, no problem. It's very nice
Lots and lots of wrinkles.
because εγκλωβίζεται ο αέρας και μετά το κάνει πιο
It traps air and this makes it more crisp, more nice.
You don't worry if it's broke the phyllo. No problem. We brush again. We need the rings. Πώς τα λένε. It's very, very nice. Πάμε στο...
This was the third and now we go for the fourth one. Again, it goes inside. It's not going to hang outside of the baking tray. And the sides, of course.
It's nice to go inside, not outside. And again. Now is the filling. We take the filling and we put and we spread. Πώς το λέω αυτό? To make the same thickness inside in the pan. If your filling is a lot, you keep this. Να μην το πάρουν να ξεχυλήσει από...
So you will see how much of the filling we are going to add into our pie. You never know exactly that what you prepared is what is going to fit in.
The pan δεν ξέρω.
So it needs to come to a balance. And it's not the end of the world to have some left and you can use it for another recipe.
Δείχνε την πίτα. Ναι, όχι εμένα, γιατί.
So you add it gradually.
Look, so nice with feta. Other people, they put eggs, but no in Ikarian. We don't put eggs in the spinach pie. Only feta.
It is definitely more light, more digestible without the eggs. It's not the time now for an egg.
Look. And then, that's it. See? Finished. The juice for me is a little bit. It's not a lot. Maybe 1 cube.
Okay, we will wait for you to come to this point. Περίμενε λίγο. Γιατί βιάστηκες? Κάτσε να δούμε πού βρίσκονται. So is everything going well? Are you catching up in time? All well with the frozen phyllo? Works well for everybody?
If you have problem, it's okay?
Please send feedback where we are.
I will say I only found short pieces of phyllo, but I just patchworked it together, just pieced it together, and then just added some olive oil on it.
Okay, excellent. So now we continue to cover the pie. We will cover it with other 4 phyllos
Inside.
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 So if it's the phyllo is a little bigger, you just make more wrinkles and you just feed it in.
Or
That's it. Yes. The edges are very important. The edges, you need to fit them into the tray. Okay, they should never hang outside of the tray. In our case, the filling was exactly what we wanted. So it's okay.
Wow.
So one after the other, you add one phyllo after the other. And each time you brush with olive oil. That's it. Again, we add the second one now. And it goes inside, always. Okay?
No. Inside. No.
Yes, don't push a lot. You see? No problem.
We try to cover all the edge.
Yes, edge.
Edge.
So we are covering the edges and then olive oil, brush. That's it. And the third one, you see, they were covered one after the other. After we rolled them all, we covered them with parchment paper. Parchment paper, phyllo. Parchment paper, the other phyllo. So that's it. When you make your own homemade phyllo, this is what you do. You make one phyllo, parchment paper, you cover.
Ή κατευθείαν να τη φτιάχνει. Or directly, the most of the time I make the phyllo and directly I make the end.
Yes, but this means that you are really good. You know that you can do it. In the beginning, the best would be with the parchment paper because you might take more time, you know, as you are learning how to do. Cooking this way gives you the pleasure of trying things. So you feel, you know, you have a control on these things. It's a meditation. You try and you find yourself doing things, succeeding.
Okay, this is the last.
So the last one, brush again.
Δεν έφτασε τώρα. And we brush in the edge.
So you show that.
You see the
Yes.
ends? We put in the ends like this.
Now she's brushing what is hanging out of the tray because she wants to
Be more soft.
yes, to fold it in. She's gonna fold it in a while. Just check the technique of folding. It's very important. Just watch that.
Okay.
She's folding it in. She's taking what is hanging out of the tray and
I fold like this and I start.
She's, you know.
Πώς το λένε, διπλώνω.
Yes, she's wrapping it into this way.
You understand how?
Folding. I think this is the correct word. She's folding it with this way. She's twisting what is hanging out inside.
Nice edge.
Mm-hmm. This turns cooking into a kind of art. But cooking is art. Actually, it's the way to prepare nice, extra tasty food. In our case, with one more requirement, to be nutrient rich.
Look. And like this, you understand how to make. I take and I fold. I take and I fold. I take and I fold. Fold. Diplone fold.
Fold.
Okay.
That's it.
I take the brush then.
This is brushing the end. When you brush with olive oil, you seal the pores, so you keep the humidity better inside. Actually, the baking is another way to steam, because whatever is in the filling is gonna create steam, which is gonna cook everything inside and the phyllo. So this is what you do. This is the successful result. We have everything sealed. Of course, some of them need to find the way out because you want to be, to dry a little bit. And that is why you need to chop it, in order to allow some of it to evaporate.
Okay. Now we cut, but only on the top. We don't put the knife.
Very deep, not very deep. It's, as I said before.
Okay, and why? Because if we don't cut, pita, here.
You see the pie, in the meantime, there was a small accident. Some people ate some. So some people ate some, and it's not all now.
And her husband. Okay, why I cut like this? Because after it's all ready to cut pieces. Also,
it's already divided.
I don't cut and I baked like this, became up and after crack and don't have very nice shape.
It needs to find a way to evaporate some of the liquids.
Yeah, if you see here, I cut in the deep now.
Yes.
Deep now, and after like this, and
after it's cooked, the piece is ready. Yes, it helps you when you cut it at the end to serve it, not to destroy the top, which is vulnerable. Yes. Okay. So now what you do is you just chop the top.
You remember, no?
Not deep, just on top. You see, the knife stays on top. Doesn't go deep.
After. Okay? After. And like this. And we go. Oh.
That's it. This is, you cut it into quarters. I mean, there are two ways to cut, to chop, quarters or diamonds. Diamonds is for baklava and quarters is for the Spanakopita.
Sometimes in diamonds, no problem. But this is the most common shape.
Way to chop.
Way. That's it. My friend is ready.
That's it. This is ready to be baked.
And something else, a trick. If we want more crunchy phyllo, I take water.
He's gonna sprinkle some water on top of the pie because this is gonna help it become more crisp.
More crisp. I put on the oven, in the oven now. we need 190, τι είπαμε ότι είναι? 190?
Ξέρουμε. Τι θα μου
Okay,
ξέρουμε.
190 Celsius.
You have 390 Fahrenheit. You have the temperature. You have it in the recipe, so you know how much you need to set your oven. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think there is anybody who doesn't have the recipe. Okay.
Because I don't know your oven, for me it was in 50 minutes was ready, the first. But I don't know your oven. 190, if it's very strong, your oven, you go 180. If it's normal, 190. For 45, 50, 55 minutes, like this. When you see this nice color, and on the bottom, and on the top. On the top, of course, you see on the top. And you see here, the phyllo is 1, 2. Look, you see the phyllo we put on the, now it's fat.
Excellent. So where are we now? I mean, okay, you have your time, take your time. You can start your oven. You can start your oven, preheat your oven. There's no reason to waste time in baking, because when we say 50 minutes, means 50 minutes at the temperature we say in the recipe, not to start the oven and add this time. No, this time is out. So start your oven at 390 Fahrenheit. 390 Fahrenheit. We gave you the temperature. I think you have it. So let's have some feedback, please. Are we fine with this?
Hey George, I think I had 350 in the recipe, but I can't. My hands are covered in oil, so I can't pull it up. Or 375. I'm sorry, 375. So that's not much less.
375. Thank you. Because when I made the conversion, I remember that I said 390. I don't know, whatever is in the recipe, because I made the conversion when I was making the recipe. So now you know.
Okay.
Whatever the recipe says, okay, don't listen to me. Probably I don't remember exactly the figure. So this is what it is. So any questions? Any questions before we start? In a while, we will start the homemade phyllo workshop. I am guessing your dough, the dough we prepared in the beginning, is resting well. So now you have this dough ready, but please keep it covered for as long as it's gonna take to have a feedback from all of you that your pie is in the oven. So just send a feedback that your pie is in the oven, and we will start this. In the meantime, I am here to answer questions. If you have any questions, do it by, unmute and ask. You can unmute and ask. Again, if you ask me, is the food going to be baked at 375, whatever the temperature is, or not? The answer is not. We set the device at a temperature. That does not mean this is going to be the temperature inside the food, because the heat transmitter, which in this case is the liquids who are the most, are going to absorb whatever they can absorb. So water is something that goes to up to 100 Celsius. 100 Celsius becomes vapor. So this is how much it can transmit, and sometimes it cannot even transmit this one. In physics, any transmission means a loss. So in the food, it's going to be less than that. So this is what happens when we bake bread or we bake a pie. Okay.
George, I saw on your Facebook page that you all are preparing for your retreats this fall. Is it this summer and this fall?
Yes, we do that.
Can you tell us a little bit about that while we're getting these in the oven?
I saw a question which has to do with how you are going to use the rest of the filling. First of all, you can put it in the fridge and you can use it for another pie. Okay, I mean, if it's because somebody asked about the spinach. Okay, so if it's only spinach, there are many recipes you can use it. If it's the whole thing, the whole filling, you can use it for another pie. The same day, next day. You can make another pie tomorrow if you want. Easily it can stay in the fridge, just spinach. Okay. Well, then you have, I mean, if you don't know recipes with spinach, in another recipe, spinach with rice. It's an amazing recipe it's in a very balanced dish. If you want, we can send you a recipe for this. That's it. Put it in the fridge. And is spinach cooked? No, not cooked. Probably it's fresh. If it's fresh, you can do it whatever you want, even a salad. Okay.
So George, it looks like Chris is saying that they realized they only used 1 pound of spinach instead of 2.
Yes.
So it'll just be rich in the herbs and things, but it'll still be fine, right?
Which means that the spinach is not cooked yet.
Right. I think when they made the filling, they only put 1 pound of spinach in their filling.
Yes. So fresh spinach, it can be used for another recipe.
Okay. Yeah. And the pie will still turn out just fine.
Yes. Not a problem. Since the filling was enough and the pie has enough filling, no problem. Yes, use for tomorrow cooking. Correct. We absolutely agree. Regarding feta, for those who probably want some more information of how to find good feta, feta is a cheese made from sheep milk. Sheep milk with a little bit of goat milk. So it's a real cheese because it's a fermented cheese. It has fermented. Actually, we cannot call something cheese without being fermented. I mean, cheeses who taste butter or milk, like Philadelphia, like ricotta, these are not real cheeses because it is just another form of milk. Real feta ferments for months into a solution which is made from whey and salt, and it bubbles. You know, it has probiotics inside. It's not like this. So it has transformed some of the whatever the milk has. I mean, the caseins, they become free amino acids. The lactose becomes more simple lactosaccharides. So it's something different, more digestible and more rich in nutrients. So this is real feta. There are good fetas in the United States. Some are Greek, some are not Greek, but still they are well fermented. When the cheese tastes a little milk or butter, that means these guys did not do the job correct. Okay, it also happens. So, do we have all the pies in the oven? Just give a feedback because we go to next step, which is homemade phyllo workshop.
Is their door? No. Πάμε. Μια στιγμή να κλείνω, να μην τα πρόβλημα.
Ναι.
Να κλείνω αυτό το πράγμα.
Okay, Michelle says that her pie is in the oven. Okay. Feedback from the others. Are we fine? Michelle, how about you? Is your pie in the oven? Yes. It's in the oven also. Okay. Excellent. So, okay, please be ready for the homemade phyllo workshop, which is gonna start in a couple of minutes. Just have a place where you are going to roll your phyllo and clean the place where you're gonna roll the phyllo, and we will start in a while, in a couple of minutes. Εσύ που θα το κάνεις εδώ ή εδώ?
Τι θα το κάνω?
Εδώ.
Πώς?
Άρα αυτό το βάλω δίπλα. Μέχρι να ψηφίσει πίτσα. Well, in this case, if you want to open your videos, those who are going to do this, we will be able to instruct you in a better way. So if we don't see, and you need to have the camera on the table where you roll the phyllo. Otherwise, we don't know what you are doing. We cannot instruct you. We cannot tell you what is wrong, what is right from what you do. You understand? No.
After an hour, we check the pie and we turn. Πες το γυρίζουμε λίγο, γιατί κάποιοι φούρνοι δεν τα ψήνουν τέλεια. Τη μισή ώρα πες, θα την δικάσουμε.
So after baking your pie for the first half an hour,
We check.
you check and you can just change a little bit. You can turn
Όχι λίγο bit, το μπροστά πίσω.
180 degrees. So whatever is in the inside part of the oven, just turn it to come to the door of the oven. It's good because we don't know how your oven bakes. It can have a fan, it can be without a fan, you know. So it can bake the pie in a better way. It might need it, it might not, but you never know. Τώρα θα τα ζυγίσεις αυτά, έτσι δεν είναι? Θα κάνεις και αυτό που κάνεις με τα τηγάνια, αυτό που κάνεις στο ψήνεις. So here is the dough we prepared in the beginning. So from this we are going to take a part and roll the filo. Always you need to have your cornstarch with which you dust. You dust first the table and then you dust the phyllos while you roll it, because this is very important, because you need to avoid have it stick on the rod or in between the parts of the phyllo when you roll it. So this the cornstarch is making it not sticky. So it's important all the time, and you need to dust correctly. You know, I mean, to throw it from up, and it goes everywhere. So this is the procedure. Right now, your dowel must be very dry. If you still have more oil on it, please get a little bit of paper, okay, and clean it. This is what I'm gonna do now with mine. So you just fold it 1-2 times, and then what you do is you just pass it like this, and it becomes cleaner and cleaner. So I'm trying to make it dry and smooth. That's it. It's very bright.
Okay. How is your dog? Now is one hour after. Is 1 hour. Eh? How is your dog? My dog is elastic. Look. Bravo. Nice. To Michelle. Michelle is very, very soft, very nice. And we cut a small piece. It depends what we want to do. Now we don't have to make pie, but if you want to teach you and watch me how to make a flat bread or thin phyllo and with cheese, and we make a very nice cheese pie in the pan, in the cast iron, you tell me, what do you want?
So now we are going to have this practice.
Τι θέλουν να κάνουν?
Τίποτα, θα τους δείξεις και τελείωσε.
Τι θα τους δείξω?
So, Eleni, what kind of cheese would we need to make a little cheese?
Cow cheese, like
Parmesan.
like Parmesan.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to make this now? We make this.
Sure.
Okay.
So now we practice homemade phyllo, how to roll phyllo, and at the same time we will result with a lovely pita bread.
And they have cast iron.
And what we are going to need, just a cast iron or similar Le Creuset.
Made in USA.
Yes, this is our American man. We are happy to have it. And
We heating.
γιατί το κάνεις τώρα?
Γιατί να ζεσταίνεται, γιατί δεν είναι αυτό.
So it's preheating the saucepan.
Okay.
So get ready with your rod. Dust the table, first of all.
After this, we press. Για γύρισε με αυτό. Press. We press to go up and down and turn. Up and down.
Action now.
And turn. Up. See? I don't go out and down and turn. Up and down and turn. And turn. And turn. Up. Yes. Look. Now it's ready. One more. We need a thin phyllo for this pie, but of course, you need practice. Now I roll the phyllo, I cover under the stick, roll tight, and we go back and forth, and from the center, out. Back and forth, and from the center, out. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oops, big. Step by step, we roll thin phyllo. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and from the center, out. Back and forth, and from the center, out. I see? Ναι, αλλά η άλλη που δεν είναι εικόνα. Σαν μας ακούν τουλάχιστον. Christopher, George, Nancy. You hear me?
Ποιος είμαι εγώ?
Α. Μίλα στον άνθρωπο, στους ένας αυτός, ακούνε.
Εσύ να βλέπουν τώρα. Εσύ μιλάς.
Thin. Back and forth. Back and forth. bigger. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. And from the center, out. Back and forth. And from the center, out. We don't forget the cornstarch. You don't stick it. Back and forth. 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 Again. How's it going? Michelle? Δεν φτιάχνει άλλο. Μπράβο.
Yes, I'm starting to get a little small holes in mine. Is that okay?
Okay.
Say again?
I'm starting to get small tears or holes in the edge of mine. What do I do about that?
Τρύπες. You take the holes and you ενώσει. You fix.
You stick them.
Okay.
Back and forth. Back and forth. Bigger. You don't worry about the holes. You take without a cornstarch, you fix. It's okay, Michelle?
Yes, yes, I patched them up. Thank you.
Okay. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. And from the center, out. Okay, it's thin enough. And I need cheese. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Like this, we put on the top cheese,
Parmesan.
Parmesan or something hard cheese you like. This I use is also smoked. You see what I make now. You watch me. I make a letter. I take this
She's folding it down.
and I go in the half. Hop. I take this and I go in the half. And the other half.
It's like folding an envelope.
And like this.
That's it.
And I take and I put in the cast iron.
No, nothing into the cast iron. Okay. No oils, no nothing. Just went into the cast iron saucepan. That's it. That's the only thing that happens. Don't ask me anything. That's the answer. That's it. Regulate your heat. So you need to go to a low heat, not that heat that it was here. Δεν έκλεισε. Δεν έκλεισε.
Look, you have air inside. It was very high. Need less heating.
Yes. Not too much heat. So air. Gonna make it swollen. You can do many things with phyllo. Many things with phyllo. Okay, we did two things today so far. I mean, the pie, and now we make this amazing pita bread, which is not just a pita bread. This is a kind of pie, of cheese pie made in the saucepan.
Yeah, so it was very a lot of heating.
Yeah. In the beginning, she started with more heat.
Less heating. But anyway, it's something nice with a salad.
Speaking of salads, I remember your the salad you taught us with with sauerkraut. What was that called?
Salad with?
It had so many. It had a lot of vegetables, and you also had a little bit of sauerkraut on the side. Maybe like a forever salad.
Yes, sauerkraut upgrades the salad a lot. It becomes extremely rich in nutrients. You can chop different veggies, whatever is on season, and then add something like sauerkraut, plus, of course, olive oil, a little vinegar, salt, pepper, whatever you like. We sometimes add a little bit of citrus fruit like an orange, which gives also.
See, I don't know yours, but make a little bit inside of the air and bake it inside. You see? It was very high the was. Είναι πολύ χαμηλά.
Sure.
Αυτό τώρα. Anyway, it's nice.
Yeah, mine's getting a little fluffy. It's puffing up a little bit.
Είναι fluffy?
Yes, it's the flatbread in the skillet is the pita is with the cheese is puffing up a little bit, getting a little
Yes.
air in it.
Yeah, this is nice.
That is the success. So you just put it a little bit with your spatula or whatever you have there, and you just keep it down. You want it to blow.
Να το πίτα bread και βάλω αυτό τώρα. Okay, that's it.
It's ready. Now she's switching from the cast iron, she goes to a stainless steel. So we'll try now what is going to happen in a stainless steel. Mhm.
Only I brush with olive oil, little bit olive oil.
She wants to brush it with a little bit of olive oil. The stainless steel.
The other is the pita bread.
So she made this kind of pie, let's call it pie, a kind of cheese pie, and now she wants to make some pita bread. So with the same dough, you can make many different things. Okay.
My timer say to go to check my pita. And I come back to make the flatbread.
Excellent. You can keep trying from your side. So what happens with your beautiful pie? Is it okay? Michelle Obrek, how is going there?
There, I'm unmuted. Hi. Good. It's still in the oven. I have like another 20 minutes on it. So
Excellent. I want to hear good things from Michigan.
always. I was so excited that you guys were doing this. So
You know, for our 2024 US tour, which will start on the 1st of November, we have plans of coming to Michigan again. And this time we will go also to Traverse City because we will do, yes. I think we are closer to where you are. Port Huron must be close from Traverse City.
no, but I know where. I mean, I've been to Traverse City. Not
Yes.
often, usually for work. But it's maybe 4 or 6 hours. But Rockford was about 3 hours or so from where I live too. I'm close to Detroit. You know, we're just a little bit north of Detroit. So Traverse City is still a hike, but heck, I won't mind going to Traverse City. So
you are
it's nice up there.
Hours away from Traverse City.
Huh?
You are 6 hours away.
Am I? I haven't
You
looked. I
are-
haven't looked it up, but it's something like that. Although in November, you know, that's you know, it might be kind of cold. You might get to see some pretty large snowflakes in Traverse City in November. We'll see.
This time we went to Canada at the end of November. We were in Canada, Toronto, And it was okay. It was a little cold, just a little bit of snow,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah,
Everything went very smooth.
I remember you were there for American Thanksgiving, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now during the Thanksgiving week, our decision is to be in Canada. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it cuts down on American attendance.
we are not staying on US ground during the Thanksgiving week. We go to Canada and then we come back, of course, and
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We'll find
Excellent.
you.
Yes, we will be around. We are planning also one day Grand Rapids program.
Oh, okay, okay. I'll have
One
to
day
look at
Grand
I'll have to look at the
Yeah.
dates and see what everything looks like and decide between them, because
Yes.
still a little bit of a hike, but I'll find you at one of those.
We will be around. Excellent. I do not have a picture. Who is baking a pie today? I mean, how about the other people? Are they still with us? Are they doing something? So as I don't have a picture, I don't know what is happening with the others. Usually when we do these workshops, we have all the pictures open and we check what they do. Okay, excellent. Okay, yes, I have some feedback saying some people, my camera is not working, sorry. Okay, not the end of the world. Why is my pie isn't baking? Okay, excellent. Everything looks yummy. Well, this is from Nancy. Nancy, I hope you are going to excite your loved ones with an amazing pie. Or are you only watching? This is something I don't know. I see. This is baked now.
Yes, I can still hear it. I can hear it, everything sizzling on the inside. Smells
Okay.
amazing.
Yes, we always want to have a beautiful brown color, light brown color, which is a sign that the baking was successful. So you need to have this beautiful color you saw before with the pie we presented you in the beginning. So this is the good sign.
I will say when I was able to cook with you when you all were in New Albany, and last time even I believe I made the homemade phyllo. And
Yes.
working with the homemade phyllo is, I know it takes practice, but it's so much easier than working with those little sheets of store-bought phyllo that dry out so fast. So I look forward to making homemade phyllo again next time.
Yes.
Yeah. When we got home last summer, I have to be honest, the first thing Chris wanted me to make were the spinach pies. I'm like, oh
Yes.
no, you picked the hardest one.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the pita bread.
So now what you are going to see is how we roll pita bread.
So easy.
Pita bread is thicker, so it's easier for you to roll pita bread. She's using something which is similar to the rolling pin. As you see, it's thick. It's not the rod anymore. It's something different.
Okay. No thin, no thick.
So this is easy. This is really easy. The same dough again. This magical dough can be used into so many things. This is pita bread, and you will be surprised with how this is gonna be at the end.
Yeah, if I have success, because the cast iron burning a little bit, and I put the other pan, and I hope I have successful. Just a moment, because my pie κοντεύει. Look.
Now, with a different saucepan,
Yeah, but I don't know if I have successful. We look to make a little bit bubbles. I see. Yeah, I see a little bit bubbles. And I flip. You see, if you see more bubble, we make a third flip. No, second. I see bubbles more. And I make oops.
with some magical way, it divides inside and becomes a kind of pocket. You see, so this is air in between the two parts.
If you don't make a bubble, no problem. It's very nice pita. You put inside everything you like and you wrap. And
But with the pockets, you just cut it and you just fill it with whatever you want in. Very nice. It goes very well. It can be one bubble, all of it. She's just pushing it down. It goes very well. And all time turning from one side to the other.
this is successful to go the air inside. And I go to take my pie from the oven. Ah, it's ready. Look, I don't know. You make Michelle. Someone make this. Έφτιαξε κανένας. Το κλείνω.
This is the pita bread.
Κάτω το μετά και πάρω το εδώ. I go for the pie.
That's it. Pita bread is ready. And we're fine with this.
My pie is 45 minutes. I think go to 50, and I go to take here, to bring here.
So here we are. Lovely pita bread. You see it? Amazing, excellent. It's very elastic. You can use it to wrap, you know, a souvlaki. If I divide it, it can be a pocket and I can fill it with anything like in falafel. You know, this kind of way to prepare food is common in Greece and in the Middle East. Okay, so this is where we make phyllo and we do pies this way. And this is an amazing way to make pies because in pies, always we try to have less bread part and more filling. So if you use phyllo made this way, phyllo is what? It's not even a 10%. If we weigh these two things, the filling and the phyllo is not even 10% of the whole thing. So most of it is the filling. So this is the big deal, to have good filling as food. Actually, the pies in the pyramid of the diet of the blue zone of Ikarian is in position number 3, because on top we have what we call horta, the greens, steamed or boiled greens. This is the number 1 food, full of amazing green fiber. And number 2, legumes, which is, you know, from those who have seen these documentaries, you know that we call legumes the food of longevity. And of course, it deserves position number 2, okay, not number 1. Number 1 is horta. You can ask me about this. Greens, most of the times these are wild greens that you forage from the free lands, but they can also be greens that you can purchase from a grocer. Last time we were in the US, which means 3 months, 2 months, 3 months ago, we found quite a few of them, like dandelion, mustard greens, the chard, the green one, the red one, and others. This is good news. Actually, I purchased many times and cooked for me these beautiful greens, which is number 1 position in the pyramid of the Ikarian diet, the longevity diet. Okay, and number 3, the pies. And why the pies? Because the pies mainly have the main ingredient is what? Greens. You saw today spinach and all these beautiful herbs and all the other things with the onion and the carrots and all this. This is excellent food. Of course, there is also some cheese like in Spanakopita, which is welcome. Actually, dairy is not often used. And when it's used, it's not a lot. It's small part of the whole thing, which is welcome when it's like this. Actually, the way you digest dairy when it's part of a food like this is completely different than to have only cheese in or cheese and bread in your diet. Okay, foods work differently when they are with others together and they combine, you know, and they are part of a feeling. Excellent. So I want feedback. Yes, some people say many at the farmers market. Yes, this is correct. I'm sure that was something having to do with the greens. The message is going everywhere around. And the market is always sending good messages to the producers. I will tell you something. We were giving a workshop in San Francisco about 4 years ago, and we went to the farmers market and we wanted to we wanted some collards because we wanted to make a recipe with collards. And they had only 4 bunches of collard, the whole farmer's market. We purchased all of them. All of them. We just cleaned everything. And they said, hey, we had only 4 and you took all. I said, we wanted actually 6. You had only 4. The next day we go there and there were more than 20. The message passed to them. The next day it was full, the place with collard. And we took the 6, of course. You know, I mean, this is the message. When you go all the time and you say, I want dandelion. I want to make horta because it's the #1 in my diet. The message goes all the way down. And then the next day, more dandelion is in the soup. So this is the good way to give this. And, you know, many people, when I give lectures, they tell me, wow, these horrible supermarkets, they are full of crappy food and these bad snacks. Sorry, you gave them the wrong message. You purchased all of them one day and the next day they have double. If you stop buying them, they are going to disappear from the stores because these guys, they work for the profit. They're not stupid to bring stuff there which they don't want. So this is the way. We change, market change, everybody change, producers change. So it starts from us. And actually, this is the message we bring all the time when we do workshops. We want to help the creation of this movement, a movement of people who know what they need in their life in order to have wellness and longevity. So once we become more things are gonna follow. That's the truth. I think the 5-hour pie is coming. Excellent. Amazing. Look at this beautiful color. I think you need to check yours to see if the color is this. You see, beautiful brown color. It's a sign that it's very well baked. Well, California, because there was a question about California, we come every year to California, every year. Okay, so we were there and actually we did many things. We did things, this time we were only Southern California, Long Beach, Seal Beach. We had an amazing retreat in Temecula and we had 2 amazing workshops in San Diego. Come on, you can't say that we did not go to many places. We want to come back to San Francisco also. You know, we want to come back. It's been 4 years since we didn't do something there. So yes, we like that. Yes, somebody's near San Francisco. Yes, we want to come back again to San Francisco. 2024, I'm not quite sure if we have time for this. We need to check that more. Florida. So we have someone from Florida here. You know, Florida has been always a little bit hard for us because I don't know how. We cannot make good partnerships yet there. So we need, actually, partnership is with who? With a venue. We need to have a venue agreeing that what we do is of their interest. That's the only thing. And give us the space and the time to do what we want to do. Okay, Chris from Florida. Yes, we can talk in the future. Actually, we will need your contact details, your emails, whatever you can give to us, or connect on social media, to have a dialogue about what we are going to do in the future. Florida is not out of the plan because between the DC, where we are on the 10th, we finish on the 10th of November, and LA, where we will be, I think, during 17th, 18th, there is space, there is time to visit some other parts of the South. So we will need to see what we can do. Excellent. Okay. Όχι, δεν χρειάζεται. Βάστε εκεί όπως είναι. Θα το κλείσουμε έτσι. Excellent. So, if...
Where's the pie? Your pie, Michelle?
Yes, I made 2 pies. How about you, Michelle?
Well, I'm going to make some of the little tiny finger ones after. So that's why I'm saving that bread. But I put mine in just a regular pie dish because that's what I had. I didn't have the 12-inch diameter. I couldn't find one at the store, so I did this. I started cutting it so it doesn't look like quite so nice and it's not quite so brown.
So nice. You need color, more color.
So you need to keep baking it for a little more to have this nice brown color on the top.
It's very light. I'll get put it back in. It's very like crispy though, so it doesn't look quite as pretty, but it is quite crispy.
Excellent. If it's crispy, we are fine. You need to check also.
I should sprinkle water next time. I know I didn't sprinkle water this time.
So now you see our pie is out of the pan, and now it's. That's it. That's it. That's the end of the baking.
You need color to maybe more baked. It depends for 45 minutes to 1 hour.
Yes, depends on the oven. It's normal. These are normal things in cooking. All devices cook in a different way. So I don't know if you wanna ask us something.
Yeah, you ask something. Thank you so much.
So we are so happy you love this cooking, this workshop with us. We will be in touch. There are more surprises for the future. Now the next time, now on the 25th, we leave Greece and we go for a tour in Europe. This tour has countries, we begin with Austria, then we go to Germany, Holland and Belgium. We finish in Belgium. And we will be back on the 15th of March again to Greece, and then we come back to Ikarian. So many thanks for joining this workshop. It was lovely having you in our virtual workshop. And please keep in touch, send us some contact details, and we will keep you updated in our 2024 plans for the United States. This is something that we will be able to announce pretty soon because most of the destinations are now confirmed. And so we will be able by the end of March to say what is going to happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent.
To Michelle.
Well done.
Christopher, Nancy, Something say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye,
Enjoy.
guys.
Excite your loved ones. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.